Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. All protocol duly observed. I shall try to be brief. As the previous speaker mentioned, I've been writing about Pan for a very long time. And in a sense, this event this morning cast me back to almost 20 years ago. In 1994, I was in the University of West Virginia in Morgantown, very pretty little town in the Appalachians. I'd gone there to meet Elie Manette, one of our great Pan heroes. And what I saw there, it sort of filled me with envy, because what the University of West Virginia was doing with the Pan, creating almost like the hub of a wheel, where people were coming from far away as the Tokyo Symphony Orchestra, and all over the US, to learn to play, to learn to tune, to learn to arrange for Pan. At the time, as I said, it filled me with envy because I thought we should be doing that in Trinidad. We should be the Mecca of Pan. So now that 20 years later, I see we are beginning to take what is our rightful role. I mean, it really fills me with a sense of achievement and destiny. Trinidad and Tobago has produced people of the caliber of Sir Vivian Naipaul, the finest prose writer in the English language. And we have half produced the finest poet in the English language. And his namesake, who could pelt a javelin further than anyone else in the world. I mean, we have produced excellence in so many fields. And in the Pan, we have produced something that every time I hear it, I'm filled with wonder and admiration and pride. Let me give you an example of something which you all may have seen but might not have recognized the full significance of. If you go into any of the large steel bands when they are practicing, January, February, what you will see there, you will see people of every ethnicity. You'll see people who are African, Indian, European. You will see people from as far away as Japan. You will see people from Africa, people from the US, from England. You will see males and females. You'll see children and men, people from Laventille and people from Goodwood Park. We all have seen that, and we don't realize the significance of it. In the steel band, we have created an institution that has transcended every form of human barrier, class, race, religion, ethnicity, education, nationality, gender. The most difficult is actually age. I remember in Renegades, there was a little white boy, who had to stand up on a sweet drink case to reach a tenor pan. And that is in one of the roughest, baddest bands in East Port of Spain. And he's there with a man who is about 75 years old and would have been there since the band was formed in the 1940s. In other words, generation. I don't think we realize how significant it is to create an institution that could transcend, in a divided world, every form of social division. And we have created that. And I think that now that we have an academy for this institute for Pan Studies, it's finally dawning on us that we have something that is so precious and so beautiful that we have to develop it, we have to cherish it, we have to perfect it. In the little booklet about the institute, it mentions something about La Sistema in Venezuela, which is, as we all know, the system for teaching ghetto kids classical music. Well, I'm a very kind of optimistic, forward-thinking kind of person. And I would like to think that instead of us copying the Venezuelans, let the rest of the world be copying us in the future. And this has to be the beginning of it. Not just in terms of steel pan, but in terms of every aspect of music and culture. I think some of the people you will hear today, such as Mr. Bugsy Sharp, some of the people who work with me at UTT, such as Smooth Edwards, some of our great arrangers, I think are musicians as good as musicians anywhere in the world today. We have to learn to value ourselves, and I'm glad to see we are beginning to do that. Thank you.